Hello everyone and welcome back to the probably what will be the final part of Budokai. Today we're going to be doing the what if missions. Every Dragon Ball game has some what if ones and this one has some doozies. This is actually what the story mode looks like as you're doing it, but we cut all that out. So Saiyan, Namekian, Android. So we're going to be doing the Saiyan ones, which is a story about what if Vegeta actually managed to defeat Goku.
Awesome.
But something that makes these what if stories interesting is that they're actually told from the perspective of the people you're playing as. So in this one, it's from Vegeta's perspective.
Yeah.
So the narration is all done by him.
Okay. Let's find out. I'm all hyped up on gingerbread and ready to go. Finally got my fucking drink.
I just recruit young. I like how they cut out from Tien's arm in that, using the slice of the screen.
Mm.
Son of a gun. You're only a little warriorette. Ooh, zing.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Fucking Widow's Peak. Oh yeah, basically in this what if Vegeta really cared about Nappa, even though he didn't.
Yeah.
In the original. But Nappa wasn't a good guy. I don't want your opinion, you'll already be dead. This is, you can see where the problems where they're all being on the same rig come from. Winning doesn't recover health. So this is basically, they have kind of like little challenges you have to do, kind of like the normal fight.
Yep.
But on this one, Vegeta's health doesn't recover.
Right.
And you've got to fight all of them. So like Goku, Gohan, Krillin.
Okay, so just do the best you can, otherwise you're gonna fuck yourself over later.
I'm good Vegeta chasing them.
Nice.
I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah. Heck, a lot better than earlier. Ha.
How dare you! You hit a Saiyan elite! Just gets to beat the shit out of him.
So close to not getting hit. What a shame.
Say it to your dad next time. Get Baldy! Out of my way, Baldy! Get Baldy, is that like a remake of Get Shorty with Krillin in it?
Definitely, yeah. I imagine this shouldn't take long.
I think if I remember, the Cell one's pretty difficult. Yeah, so basically the characters you play as are just the antagonists of the saga. So in this one it's Vegeta, and the next one it's Frieza, the next Cell.
Cool.
Whoops. No! Whoopsie do.
Might be worth grabbing the other one.
I'll cut all this up.
Yeah, get the other one. This controller's toast. This was my main, I think. This came back from my original Xbox One Elite before it died.
Just put the back of that on.
I think that might be the problem. Like, actually, let's try it. If I put the back of this one in. Just out of interest. Yeah, it might be working fine now. I think it's just the captures going. That feels pretty good too, funnily. Anyway.
Sorry about that. Controller died.
Yeah, the good old days of bachelors. We all love bachelors.
So, some of the, like I mentioned just as we started this part, Dragon Ball has a really good tradition of like having what-ifs in their fighting games. And there have been some really interesting ones, like, I mean, in Budokai they had some really cool ones. And they also had some, like, what-if transformations, which is some of the highlights of my childhood playing these kind of games.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, in Budokai 2, there are some what if fusions, so like Hercule and Goku, And
Yeah.
Tien and Yamcha fuse as well to make Tien Cha.
Nice.
Stuff like that's so awesome. Mr. Bond! Gotta kill the kid. Yeah, this is it. This is the last one. All you gotta do is defeat Gohan.
Nice. Can do that.
I'm running a bit low on health though. Oh, it's lucky actually I didn't realise that Gohan has little health as well.
Yeah. That'll be fine then.
Yeah, there's some other ones like, for example, in Budokai Tenkaichi 2. I have the Wii version of that. There's a version where there's a what if where Raditz loses his memory and cares about Goku.
Okay.
And he at the end he sacrifices himself by crashing his Saiyan pod into Vegeta's and Nappa's and doing that really. I mean, this one has a really cool like ending to it actually. You thought I wouldn't notice you, maybe? Why don't you come onto my side and then onto my back? Oh, this is a reference to when Goku goes, "You mean Krillin?" like that.
Yeah.
Yep, he becomes a Super Saiyan. That's the end of that.
Cool.
That was the end of it. Nothing else happens after that. That's quite an interesting one. Next! It's literally only the one episode, so they're quite short.
Yeah.
What other ones were there? that laugh. There's a what if where 16, because 16 was made to create Goku, Android 16. And he Dodoria fell and basically and 16 was sent back in time to kill Goku when he was a kid.
Yeah.
That was quite a cool one. What if he was sent back in time?
Nice.
There's another one where in the Majin Buu saga, Hercule and Buu become friends. There's a what if that happened to son of a goat, where Broly loses his memory and Hercule and Broly become friends. That's a really cool one. That's some interesting stuff. I've got a raging Frieza. Thanks. Cool. I thought he had loads of fingers there. Like he had like 6 fingers on his hand. And when I looked really quickly.
Fucking Norfolk or something.
I'm going to tease you to death.
Sexual torture for all.
You first. Starting with the child. Swalloweegi.
Should have known.
I know why they keep making these what if scenarios is because basically whenever you make a Dragon Ball game, you are just literally doing the same story over and over again.
Well, yeah, you have to.
If I remember, Budokai 2 didn't really have any what if. Like I said, didn't really have any scenarios. It was mostly the transformations you could do. Like you could do Super Buu, but what if he absorbed Frieza and Cell? So like Frieza and Cell, Tien and Yamcha, and stuff like that. Budokai 2 didn't really do any of that. It kind of just had it gave in Budokai 3 story mode, it gave you kind of different outcomes that could happen. So if on Namek, Cooler was there as well as Frieza, or in Broly's story, what if Broly destroyed the entire universe?
Nice.
That's an interesting what if everyone died. So I can't because they're dead. Wait. Stop it or you'll be sorry. Like that kid down there. Oh, he's sorry.
So sorry.
And dead. God damn, I love Piccolo as a character. It's a fucking shame. It's a shame that people don't use him enough. His days of being useful basically stopped in that 17 fight.
Sad times. Sad times.
Mate, it's lucky you've only been getting to Dragon Ball recently. I've been there since 2003, when there hadn't been any new Dragon Ball material, and there wasn't any new stuff until Super came about, and Super's a huge letdown. What the fuck is he flipping there? Yeah!
We'll have to see about Super still. I'm going to leave it for now, but we'll get there.
That was easy. No, it was only you, Vegeta. What about Krillin? He was there too. Yeah, the thing is as well, those collections you've got over there, they're really expensive as well.
They're not too bad actually. How much do you think they're?
When they came out, they were about 25 quid.
Oh, when they came out, yeah, you can get them from between 10 and 15 pounds now.
That's just not worth it though for 13 episodes. I'm sorry, especially 13.
Dragon Ball's always been really bad for these releases though. Like the orange and blue boxes, they were really expensive when they first came out.
I know, but
I know you get more on them.
they're good releases of those though.
Because now it's Blu-ray as well, and it's like 10 or 15 quid. It's alright.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
Super.
It was like 30 quid originally, those orange boxes, I think.
I know, but you get a good 30 episodes on every one because it has all the filler on there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I've only actually got one of those. I'm still debating whether to transition over and just get the Kai ones instead. Because they're on Blu-ray as well, so it's like,
Depends. I mean, I sold my Volume 1 of Kai just because I would rather not watch shitty redrawn animation, so it's up to you.
Fair enough.
What I mean is the damaged frames, they instead of just cleaning them up.
Yeah, I know they replay some of them, yeah.
I hate shit like that.
I don't know, I might just carry on. The quality of the DVD is good anyway.
Exactly. Also, the Dragon Ball blue boxes, they're the only place you're going to get Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, I know about the Dragon Ball.
Pretty much in any kind of quality. It's a shame
They're
that
actually alright.
It's a shame that they haven't been put in some kind of Blu-ray format.
Surely it's doable.
I've heard rumours that it's going to happen, but it should not have taken this long.
No.
And then someone's like, "What about GT? What about GT? GT got green boxes."
Yeah, I remember seeing them a few years ago in the old HMV.
They were quite expensive, from what I remember, because nobody really bought them.
Well, yeah.
If that was uncensored, he'd be gushing blood.
Yeah. How much of GT actually is there? So I don't really know.
I thought you were going to say how much of it's good, in which case, nothing.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's 4 boxes, so there's a good 80 episodes.
Unlike in manga form?
There isn't any.
Or is it just a DVD thing? So
Yeah.
I know I sound really dumb right now.
It's
And all the Dragon Ball community probably hates me, but...
Dragon Ball finished with the end of what I'm going to call the Z portion. It ends, and that was it.
I remember it was like a spin-off thing. It's not exactly like main...
Well, GT technically isn't a spin-off because it didn't involve Toriyama in any sense. He did some character designs, but that's about it. He didn't write any of it. But basically,
does it really add anything?
kind of. I mean, like, it has some interesting ideas, but like, it brings Dragon Ball back to the goofy comedy of the first half of GT is fun. I'm not gonna lie, and some of the animation is amazing, and the music, the score is amazing for GT. The first part of it. The problem is when it starts getting into its combat, the fighting is really badly choreographed and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
It just wasn't. It wasn't. It's not a lot of people like it, but the people who like it, I'm not gonna say that they're wrong for liking it. It's just its opinions. I don't know. People don't seem to like it or view it as canon. Well, it's not canon anymore. But when that was the only sequel we had to see, people didn't view it as canon because Toriyama technically didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Only in the vaguest sense. But like, I don't think that's a barometer for continuity of canonness. I think you can do a true sequel to something without the original creator's intent.
Well, there's so much. If you think about like Star Wars, the amount of stuff that's come from that.
To be fair, George Lucas's drafts for what became 7, 8, and 9, I've heard that they're using those, but I don't care about Star Wars. So like, but getting back to Dragon Ball, basically GT is I like some of GT. I'm not gonna shit on it too much because I know there are some people getting really tired of people shitting on it. But GT is better than Super in many ways. Super was for many people what they wanted to sequel to Z to be, but unfortunately, I think Super's a pile of wank, especially the first half of it, because give this freezer. The remakes of Battle of Gods and Resurrection F are some of the worst things to ever come out of Dragon Ball. The movies are great, apart from Resurrection F is just okay, but the movie versions of those two are good.
Fair enough.
When Super started doing its own original stuff, it was pretty good. And then there's the Goku Black Arc was pretty good, and about then it drug itself out too much. It was so dragged out. Then the Universe Survival one, the big Tournament of Power, it's okay. It's well animated. That's about it.
Fair enough.
Not for me.
Super's got a manga, hasn't it?
It has, and the manga is better.
Fair enough.
It cuts a lot of the chaff out of it. But there are times in the manga which is really funny because you'll get to the bit where Resurrection F starts and it literally goes, just watch the movie. It doesn't even mention the series.
Nice.
I know they cut a lot of the filler they cut out. But again, Toriyama didn't write any of Super, so people view Super as this is canon and this isn't canon. It's like, why?
Yeah. It's a bit silly, but...
I think Toriyama had a lot to do with Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. I think that's why people... I'm fine with that. I really like those movies. But, I don't know. The thing is, the people say that if Toriyama's involved, it's automatically good. I'm like, mate, all of Dragon Ball isn't perfect.
Well, no, that's not... you don't have that for any other series. Just because someone's there or not there doesn't always affect it.
George Lucas on the Star Wars prequels is a good example of that.
Oh, yeah.
He lost his goddamn mind.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Just relax and think of Cell.
I haven't mentioned a couple of Star Wars films, and I know this is Dragon Ball, but we're going to talk about Star Wars quickly for a second. I know you don't care. But, did you see the new film about they're going to reuse Carrie Fisher footage from The Force Awakens?
I did see that, which is a little bit...
I'm a bit worried. But
it feels like
depends how they're going to use it.
It feels like they're trying to shove a square peg in a round hole a little bit.
Yeah, they're really going to limit themselves with that.
That's what I mean. Are they going to film? Did they write around that, or was that never the plan from the beginning?
Surely, I think she's going to be a part of it still in the last film. A fair amount, I'd say. But I don't know.
I've made no secret of the fact back 10 seconds ago that I don't really care about Star Wars. But basically, if they were to use Carrie... I respect Carrie Fisher as a person.
Yeah.
As long as it's done respectfully, I couldn't give a shit up any other way.
Well, it's all stuff that already exists. They're not doing any CG things. They're not doing any of that crap.
Fair enough.
So I guess they've had permission from her family and stuff. So.
I know, but they asked for permission from Peter...
Yeah.
Fuck, what's his name?
I know who you mean.
Shit! I forgot his name. Oh, he's a really good actor as well. Peter Cushing.
Oh,
God, yeah. They asked his family permission, and look what happened with that.
Yeah, I know. It was cool technology, but yeah, it was still a bit...
Why didn't he just make a new character? Why bother?
Anyway, that's enough Star Wars talk.
Do you remember when we watched the Dragon Ball movie, the live action one? I enjoy that movie. I don't care if it's bad. I think it's fun.
I feel like I need to watch that again.
We should.
Once I have
we need to get drunk and watch it.
Especially when I have more Dragon Ball knowledge, and once I get through reading this for a bit. So I think at that point of watching it, I'd basically only ever seen the abridged. It was shortly after that I was starting to watch the Dragon Ball anime. So I got a fair amount into that.
Oh, the Dragon Ball anime. Dragon Ball anime is fun.
I remember enjoying it a lot. I got through a fair amount of it.
Sliding into your DMs. No, they're gonna have a baby or. The amount of times I've heard that word. Gotta fight Krillin.
Do it.
So in the Dragon Ball anime, when you were watching it, did you get up to the first tournament arc or didn't you even get that far?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? What do you think of that?
I remember enjoying it, yeah.
Did you get to the fight where you fight between Goku and Jackie Chun?
Yes.
That was so good.
Yeah, I saw that. I've had got the further than that still as well. I must have done a fair amount of it back then.
Like Red Ribbon stuff?
I'm not sure actually about that. It was so long ago, but I know I did watch a lot.
Where did you watch it?
That was on my Mac thing. Maybe not the perfectly legal way of watching it,
I like how you were really hesitant to say that.
but it's fine because I'm buying it all now anyway over time. So
Yeah, you've just by yourself, you funded Toriyama for the next 2 years. It's funny to me that the abridged is probably the reason why Dragon Ball is still popular.
it's massive resurgence, and I think they know that.
It might not. It might even be the reason we got those movies as well, like Battle of Gods and Resurrection
That's
F.
definitely possible.
I mean, some of them are actually in Dragon Ball Resurrection F, and they're in some of the video games as well. But I mean,
oh, cool.
I know for a fact some people at Funimation really don't like them because they're making a joke about our series. It's like, no, not really. The point is it's being respectful, making fun of the bits that are dumb.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of dumb bits.
The amount of people
Speaking of dumb things, go on.
Anyway, the amount of people that must be dragging into Dragon Ball now.
Dragging into Dragon
Yep.
Ball. Was that intentional?
Yeah,
I
I had time
fucking
to
hope-
think about it.
I fucking hope it wasn't.
No, they must be making a lot of money from.
Enjoy this, by the way. Oh no, not you. Look what this fucking thing looks like.
Jesus.
Why were they watching?
I love how solid and straight everything else is, just his vibrating arm.
Imagine if this had actually happened, Yamcha and Tien saved the day. The thing is with Cell, I didn't think he was actually able to absorb people like that. I didn't think that he could actually do that.
No.
He says, the 3-foot tall being.
Yeah.
The Roga Fufu Ken, the Wolfang Fist. I love the little thing that. What? It's against Yamcha? They knew.
Oh no.
I love how much of a joke Yamcha is in. I like how he's still got cells where he's like, Doya! He basically controls like a Cell Junior at this point.
Okay.
Roga Fufu Ken! I can't wait for the day when you've watched it with Dragon Ball and you can watch this footage back and be like, yeah, this is pretty dumb.
Should make a lot more sense. Come back in about 5 years. Read and watched everything.
Did you read all of Death Note?
Yeah, no, I did all that.
It's funny to me that you still haven't read all of Fullmetal Alchemist either.
Yeah, something else that just got overlooked somehow. So
You've just got to spend a day, just a weekend, just doing it instead of talking about doing it. Like
Sounds
like
like
you
me
go,
and
like
my
you go,
wife.
like like you're going skydiving or doing your wife. You just got to stop talking about it and you've got to do it, just like with Chi Chi.
Yeah, I must start taking it to work. I take my Switch at the moment, but
What do you play?
more Smash at the moment. But
Boring.
Rival Warriors as well.
Didn't know you even played that. Yippee, chicka chicka.
It's quite a good sort of thing just to sit and just mash out, I guess.
Sorry, you talking about your wife? He's not a little kid. He's older than Krillin. This is it. Are you ready? This is how you unlock Yamcha and Tien. This is the last fight. Oh no, it's done. We've done it.
Oh, nice. The most gamer score I've got in years.
And our thumbnail. This is the only one that's technically real because Cell dreams that technically.
Right.
So that is the end of the Budokai playthrough. The next thing we're going to do, we're not too sure about. We were debating it before recording.
Yeah, there's probably no much point saying about what it is because it's probably going to change.
But I enjoyed doing this little what if thing. I enjoy doing Budokai. So we'll see you next time. It's probably going to be a longer form playthrough. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
We'll see you next time.